Okay. Okay, Judge, I think
Ready?
we're good.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the city of China Grove. This is the May 12th, 2021 court docket. First of all, so everyone will know, we are actually live streaming on YouTube. So do not give us any information that you wouldn't want out there in the web. If there is some information that we need from you, we will make arrangements to get that from you privately. For those individuals that are joining us on YouTube, these are legal proceedings, so do not record these proceedings. For the individuals that are here on today's docket, once again, these are legal proceedings, so do not record them. Okay, now before we get started, I just want to go ahead and admonish you about some rights that you have and some procedure that you need to know in order for this process to go as smooth as possible. First of all, the cases that we hear at this level are Class C misdemeanors, which means they are criminal in nature. As a result of that, it triggers certain constitutional rights that you have that you need to be aware of. First of all, you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything that would incriminate yourself. You also have a right to enter a plea of not guilty and request a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You have the right to bring in witnesses to testify on your behalf with regard to the citation. And you have the right to cross-examine the state's witnesses with regard to the citation. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, in essence, you are incriminating yourself. So you are giving up that right as well as the other rights that I've just mentioned. Now, when we call your case or cases, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the charges filed against you. And before I can do anything, I need to take a plea from you. The three pleas that you need to be concerned with is one, your plea of guilty, which you admit the charges filed against you. Your plea of not guilty, where you deny the charges filed against you. Or your plea of no contest, where you neither admit it nor deny it. You just want to take care of the business before the court. For our purposes here today, there really is no difference between the guilty plea or the no contest plea. Now, let's say, for example, you're involved in an automobile accident and there may be a civil case. If you wish to enter a plea, you may want to consider entering a plea of no contest. That way, a plea of guilty cannot be used against you in a civil case. Okay, now, trials. If you enter a plea of not guilty, I'm going to ask you what type of a trial do you want? And you're going to say either jury or non-jury. Now, if it's a non-jury, that basically means that the judge will hear the case and make the decision. If it's a jury trial, then 6 people from the city of China Grove will sit in judgment and they will determine whether you're guilty or not. And if you want, you can go to the jury for punishment or to the judge in the event that you are found guilty. Okay. Now, and I don't, let me just check my docket here. Let me see if we have anybody with a CDL.
We do have one here with the CDL today. Nestor Lopez is here.
Okay, okay. So Mr. Lopez, since you have a CDL, as far as the court is concerned, you only have 2 options. Option number 1 is to either plead guilty or pay the fine, or option number 2 is to take it to trial. Now, if you wish to talk to the prosecutor, see if you can work something out, feel free to do so. We can put you in a breakout room and have you speak with them, see if something can be worked out. Now, if you're under the age of 25 and you have a moving violation, you will be required to take a defensive driving class if you want the case dismissed. Now, for everyone else, there's 2 ways to get a ticket dismissed. The least expensive way is to take a defensive driving class. The second way is what we call deferred disposition, and that's nothing more than probation. And what that is, it's a process to where the judge can place you on probation. It is discretionary with the court, so I can grant it. I don't have to grant it if I don't want to. However, if I do grant it, You will be required to pay a special expense fee. You will be put on probation anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. And as long as you don't pick up a similar violation within your probationary period and you've paid up your fees, then that case will get dismissed. Any case that is dismissed, whether by defensive driving or probation, will not get reported to the Department of Public Safety, which is where the insurance companies check your driving record. So that's one way to keep it out. Now, if you're here and you want to pay the fine or fines, but you don't have the money, let me know. What we will do is that we will put you on a time pay. What that basically means is that we will give you 30 days to pay the fine or fines. If you pay them, then you've satisfied your obligation. However, if you go beyond the 30 days, you will be put on a monthly payment plan of no less than $50 a month until the entire amount is paid. However, any case that goes into a payment plan, there will be a time payment fee that's assessed by the state automatically. So I do not have the authority to ignore it, reduce it, or do anything to it. It's just going to go ahead and automatically get assessed. Okay, as far as instructions, that is it. Clarissa, why don't we have Mr. Mead and I guess Attorney Pritizak? Did I pronounce that
Yes,
close
Judge.
enough?
Peter Zach, we've already talked, and we're already ready to go on my case, Judge.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and address that? Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. There are two charges: run red light and operation of a motor vehicle by a new state resident. I think that might be the first time I've seen that one. So what we're going to do is 90 days deferred for 270 on the red light, and I'm going to TIC the whatever violation that license violation is.
Okay. Did we lose the judge? John, do you see Judge?
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
I think the judge.
That's him.
I think the judge is MIA.
Well, yes. Okay, great. I'll let him know. Thank you. He said he lost the connection. He's rebooting and joining us again.
Okay. We need a judge.
We do need a judge. Do y'all have a plea on that deferred for the red light?
Do we have a plea?
Yeah, no contest or no
I don't
guilty
know.
for the,
It's up to his lawyer. I don't.
yeah,
No contest.
no contest. Okay.
I wonder if he heard our plea bargain.
I don't know.
Before he did-
I thought he was writing stuff down and I looked up and he was gone.
Yeah. Before he disappeared.
Well, that's the first time that's happened.
To relay payment, are y'all doing it online? Can I send in like a money order?
You can send in a attorney check or a money order, cashier's check. Yeah, just that'll be great.
Okay, I'll send in a check then.
Okay, great. Just for the 270, and then what we'll do is work up the paperwork and we'll send it to you, Mary. Okay.
Excellent. Okay, perfect. Do y'all need me to stay for the judge?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to tell him what your client's plea is.
Okay. I'm ready.
We're ready, but we can't.
We're all ready. Where's the judge? He's not ready. He lost his internet connection?
Well, he just said he had to, I don't know. He said it dropped him and he's rebooting. So,
I'm not sure what that means, but
I mean, I guess he's restarting his computer.
that's what usually it means, but
Yeah. This should be our last Zoom, so we probably won't have that problem again. I hope.
Let me ask you, is my calendar correct that next Wednesday's an all day?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be all day. We have a couple people bugging out on us, but we probably have about 14 trials, so it just kind of depends on how long each trial takes, but I don't think it'll be all day.
Okay.
I hope.
Clarissa, is it Clarissa or is it Carissa?
Clarissa,
Okay, Clarissa, this is Mrs. Cheritola, obviously. I wanted to know, is there a way for us to reset ours as well? Because my husband was also charged with 2 felonies, and we are taking those to trial with our lawyer.
hey, is this your first court docket date? Is this your
Yes,
initial
ma'am.
court appearance?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, text that number, that 837-3704 number,
Yes.
and request a reset. And that's you and Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
But you can
I'm going to
disconnect.
stay
from-
on. Okay.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I don't know if Judge is coming back. Try texting him. Cool.
Hi, this is Calvin Reyes. May I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I need to go pick up a family member from work. This is also my first trial date, so is it okay if I text that number as well for a reset date?
Sure.
Okay. And,
As long as it's your initial appearance.
Okay, yes, ma'am. The
Be sure
number,
you give a
which
good-
number was it? The 6.
The 837 number, but be sure we have a good address for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. He said it is coming back, but it's it's running very slow, so he's still trying to reboot.
Okay.
He said this has never happened, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll work out.
Did y'all go through and assign numbers?
No, we didn't get that far. We didn't want to leave you out.
Okay.
Hello. Hey,
Yes,
John, can you hear me? Is there any way that we can go to the breakout room? Because the last time you had asked me to get some paperwork, and that way we can.
yeah, but you have to,
I'm waiting on this case.
Oh, you have to wait for the judge.
Yeah, we have to wait for the judge and then they'll send you out there.
Well, it's because I left work early, but I gotta go back as soon as it's done. I'm gonna have to stay late. So.
I get it.
All right.
But we gotta wait for the judge.
We'll wait then. Thank you.
did he get off, Judy? Did he finally get off? Okay. Well, he's not.
So that
He
is-
was. Well, I thought you said you couldn't find Wendy. You didn't say Reginald, so I assumed he was on.
Is next Wednesday going to be in person?
Yes, sir. Hopefully from now on. Oh, I think we have him
Where?
just now joining.
Ah,
The judge. Yay.
Well, okay, listen, I apologize. That's never happened. It just kind of,
Hey, as long as you're back, we're good.
yeah, well, it just completely shut it off, so I apologize for that.
Goodness.
Okay, listen, Mr. Meek, were y'all able to reach an agreement?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what do we have?
On the red light,
Huh?
90 days deferred, 270. I'm going to TIC the driver's license violation, whatever that I don't even recognize.
Okay, all right. And as far as payment, how is that going to be taken care of?
The attorney's going to send a check.
Okay, so we mailed in. Okay.
And he pled no
Miss,
contest.
No contest? Okay. Yeah, and that was going to be my question. Ms. Piazza, to the charge of running a red light, are you entering a plea of no contest on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. We're pleading no contest.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and accept his plea of no contest. I'm going to go ahead and follow the plea bargain agreement. I'm going to go ahead and place Mr. Gay on deferred disposition for 90 days. Assess a special expense fee of $70. I'm going to note that the
270, Your Honor.
270. 270. Yeah, and
Either one.
that check will be mailed in. The second case was taken into consideration by the state, and that charge will be dismissed. Clarissa, do we need anything on?
We're
anything
good.
else?
We chit-chatted while you were
Okay.
gone. We got this.
Very good. Okay, Ms. Piroski, thank you so much for appearing, ma'am. I'm going to excuse you.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, Clarissa, do we have a batting order?
We do have a batting order. Y'all have Basho Gray. He was number 1. Bear with me because we've had a bunch of people drop. So let me see if I can find them again. Number 2, page 3 is page 3, Cesar Gaitan. He's in the middle of page 3. He's going to be number 2.
Okay,
Go to page 2. The second person or third person down, Nathan Kubilos. I'm not sure how to say it. He's number 3. He has 4 violations. There's a gentleman right above him, Daniel McFarling. He has already taken care of his this morning. He's on deferred.
okay,
Okay, on page 1, right in the middle, we have John David Minor. He's number 4.
okay,
Page 6, we have Roman Trevino. He is right in the middle, number 5. It says he has 2 violations, but he actually has a third. Same information all the way across, except the violation is failed to maintain evidence.
Okay.
Okay? He's number 5. Trevino. Okay, so I lost my place. Page 4, the bottom. We have Kendall Young. The last person on there is number 6. Then we're going to go to the bottom of page 2. And we have Cedric Quigley, the last person on there. He's number 7. Okay, and then we had a bunch of people leave. We are going to the top of page 1. And that is Zachary Gentry. He's the second person down. And he is going to be now number 8.
8.
Yeah, sorry, we're having a renumber over here. Then number 9 is going to be on page 3 toward the bottom. Christopher Santibanez, actually he's the last one. And he is number 9. And then we go to the bottom of page 1. We have Guadalupe Garcia. And he is going to be number 10. Then we're going to the bottom of number 7. And it's the very last person, Jehu Karian. He is number 11. And then we have the top of page 1, Destiny Sanchez. And she is number 12. Then we are going to, oh, this is where Judy stopped writing. We are on top of page 3, Lizette Gomez. Well, she's more like the middle. Lizette Gomez is number 13, I believe. Yes, 13.
Page what?
Page
Okay, I see her.
3.
I got her.
Gosh, now I forgot what we're doing. Okay, page 3, number 13. Okay. Then we're skipping. Okay. Then the next person we have in line is Valerie Bridges. I'll text you about that one, John. She's not on the docket, but she just came back today and called in. So I'll tell you what's going on there. So then we're going to skip to Nestor Lopez, who is in the middle of page 7. And he is number, I guess, 15.
15, yeah.
I'll get the city stuff when I text you, John, but for now, I'm going to send you in the breakout room with Nathan Cabellas on the top of page 2.
Is that the last one?
That is. That's the last one.
Okay, and what is the name of number 14 that's not on the docket?
Number 14 is Valerie Bridges. She was here on our last court date, I believe. And she had pled not guilty, but something's come up and she wanted to run it past John.
Okay, all right, very good.
Okay, so John and Nathan Kubelos, I'm going to send y'all into a breakout room. Make sure you unmute your phone.
Where is he?
He
Where?
is on page 2 at the top.
Okay.
Okay,
What's the name, Clarissa?
it's
Okay.
Nathan Kubelos.
Yeah,
So
he's
your next
number-
one, Judge, is Cesar Gaitan. And he is on the page 3.
Okay, so Gaitan is number 2.
Yes, number 2 on
Okay.
page 3.
Very good, got it. Okay, before we do that, everyone that is here on video, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand as well as those that are on the phone. And then for those that are on the phone, I'll ask you individually when I call your case up. But I'm going to go ahead and administer an oath. After I give the oath, I'm going to go through everyone's that is on video. And I'm going to ask you to acknowledge taking the oath. And if you'll give me a thumbs up, I'll go ahead and show that you acknowledge taking the oath. Okay, if you'll raise your right hand, those individuals that are on video and on audio, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, Mr. Quigley, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? If you could give me a thumbs up. Cedric Quigley, okay, thank you, sir. Nestor Lopez, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Thank you, sir. Valerie Bridges, do you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, ma'am. Guadalupe Garcia, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Thank you, sir. Juyu Carrion, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Very good. Thank you, sir. John Minor, do you acknowledge taking the oath? Very good. Thank you. Lizette Gomez, do you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, ma'am. Roman Trevino, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you acknowledge taking the oath. Very good. Thank you. Okay, for the rest of the individuals, I will ask you when we call your case up. Okay, Cesar Alfredo Gaitan, if you can unmute yourself, sir. And let me see where, okay. Can you hear me, Mr. Gaitan? Mr. Gaitan, can you unmute yourself, sir?
Yorna, can you hear
There
me?
go. Can you hear me, Mr. Gaitan? Yes, I can hear you
Yes.
now. Mr. Gaitan, do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Mr. Gaitan, you have 2 citations here. The first one is failed to maintain insurance. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
No contest.
No contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Gaitan, what did you want to do with that citation, sir?
I talked to Carissa earlier, and I was trying to tell her if I could talk with Mr. John Mead that way to see if we can. I was trying to, because I'm getting a job as a driver, so I wanted to get these meals out of my record, you know. So I wanted to work.
Okay, well, the only
something like
way
that.
we can do that, sir, is that if we put you on probation and you maintain insurance for 6 months and you pay up on your fees, then we can keep it off your record. That's the only way that can happen.
Yes, actually, when that happened, the following day after that happened, because my truck got towed away, I bought the insurance for 6 months actually in full.
Okay, do you have insurance now?
Yes, I do. I did. I did it immediately, but the following day that happened. But that truck, when I was stopped, the truck that I had, I don't have it no more with me. It's another truck
Okay,
that I
I
have.
understand that, but for me to put you on probation, you have to have insurance now and you have to maintain it for the next 6 months.
Yes, I do
Okay,
have
so you want to go ahead and
insurance.
place you on probation?
Yes,
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place you on probation. The special expense fee is going to be $300, 6 months, and you have to maintain insurance. Okay?
okay. Yes.
Did you understand that, sir? Now,
Yes, Your
with
Honor.
regard to the second charge, the failed to provide, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that charge. Okay?
Thank you.
You got
Yes,
that?
thank you.
Okay, now, Mr. Gaitan, how can you pay the $300, sir?
I can pay right now with the phone.
Okay, all right. All right, so what do we do? Clarissa, you want him to call in?
Yes, he can call the 648-4923 number. And I gave everybody this number at the beginning of court, Judge. I think they all wrote it down.
Okay, all right. Okay, Mr. Gaitan, I'm gonna go ahead and release you, sir. But what I want you to do is I want you to call that number, go ahead and make your payment. Now make sure that you maintain your insurance for 6 months. And then at the end of 6 months, it'll be dismissed, all right?
Judge, you want to grab his plea real
Yeah.
quick?
I thought he entered a plea of no contest.
Did he? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
I've got a notation.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, all right, Mr. Gaitan, do you have any questions, sir?
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and call Clarissa and make the payment.
Very good.
Very good. Okay, well, thank you for appearing, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, Judge, looks like we're going all the way down to Cedric Quigley. He's got 1 violation. He is on the bottom of page 2.
Number 7. Okay,
Bottom of
Mr.
page 2.
Quigley. Yeah, if you can unmute yourself, sir.
Wait, I'm still here.
Who?
Kendall
There you
Young.
go. Okay, Mr.
I know,
Quigley,
Kendall,
can you hear
but
me?
you have to see John Mead. You have 3 violations, so you're gonna have to see the prosecutor. So
Oh,
you're
okay.
just waiting in line. For the people that have more than 2 violations, they see the prosecutor, so you're just gotta wait in line for your turn, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Quigley, you have a charge of failed to stop for a school bus. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
I'm not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and set it down for a trial. Now, did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
Judge is fine.
Judge? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set you on a non-jury docket. And the court will go ahead and send you notice of that,
Yes, sir.
okay? All
you.
right, unless you have any questions, sir, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Clarissa, do we need anything from Mr. Quigley?
No, sir, as long as we have, as long as you still are in Suite E, is that a good address?
No, I'm gonna give you my updated address.
Okay, can you either text it to the 837 number or call the 648 number and give it to us, okay? We have
No
to have a
problem.
good address because I'm going to send your not guilty form for you to fill out there, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see here. You were visiting with Mr. Cubillos.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, were y'all able to reach an agreement?
Cubillos is gonna need a reset for 30 days, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, and I do not see any prior resets, so we're good. Okay, Mr. Cubillos, I'm gonna go ahead and reset your case for 30 days.
Okay.
So you'll be getting a notice from the court. Clarissa, do we need anything from Mr. Cubillos?
Mr. Cubillos, do you have the same address, FM 164?
No, ma'am. It's 26.
Okay, don't give it to us over. Don't tell us here. If you can either text
Okay.
it to the 837 number
Okay.
or give it to, or call in to that 648 number.
All right.
Okay, but we need that today because we're going to send out your form, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Hey, John Mead, I have John Minor for you. He is on the top of page 1.
Okay.
John Minor, if you can unmute your phone, we're going to go ahead and send you into the breakout room with John Mead to discuss your
Yes, ma'am.
case. Thank you. Okay,
Okay, so next one is Zachary Ryan Gentry. Is that correct, Larissa?
is probably correct. Let's see. Yes, sir.
Okay, just another reminder. Remember, we are live streaming, so we do not want you to give us your address while we're on YouTube. If Clarissa might just read off a number or a street, but it's not going to read off the whole address. And if it's not correct, then we're going to ask you to call in to give us the correct address. But just keep that in mind. Okay, Zachary Gentry, Mr. Gentry, can you unmute yourself, sir? There you go. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Gentry, you are here on a show cause hearing, and it looks like we had extended your time to get your defensive driving certificate and the driving record. Have you done that, sir?
Yes, sir. I sent that stuff in. I was fighting with iDriveSafe because I had paid for their bundle to get the driving record whenever I did my defensive driving, and they never sent it in. So I had to go through and get my driving record from the state, and I sent that in to y'all.
We do have his certificate. It's completed on February 26th, Judge. It is signed. We also have his driving record, and it's clear.
Okay, what about a balance? I show that there's a balance due.
Well, there's a balance due only if he didn't complete. He'd have to pay the rest of the ticket.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and accept his certificate
Okay.
and the driving record. And I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss this charge.
Very good.
Okay, Mr. Gentry, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the charge. I'm gonna show that you complied. So you are free to go, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Judge, we have goodness, a lot of multiples here.
Well, it would be number 11. No,
Lizette,
that's.
is that correct? Lizette?
12, yeah, 13.
11.
So I guess it would be Lizette Gomez.
Yes.
Okay,
That's what I thought.
that's number 13.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
we
you
have
know what,
John
we
Mead
haven't.
back, though.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Mead, you were visiting with who?
John Minor.
John Minor.
He should be
John
coming back.
Minor's on the top of page 1, Judge,
And he's back.
or
Ms.
middle of
Gomez,
page
we'll
1.
be right with you, ma'am. You're next after I get done with this one here.
You need
Okay,
to unmute
Mr. Minor,
yourself, Mr.
unmute
Minor.
yourself, sir. Okay, let me just get him here on my.
Mr. Minor, need to unmute yourself. Okay, there you are.
There you go. Okay, Mr. Mead, were you able to reach an agreement?
Yes, we were.
Okay, can you tell me, Mr. Minor, listen up because I'm going to ask you to confirm the terms of the agreement, sir. Okay,
On
go
the-
right ahead, Mr. Mead.
On the driver's license violation, it's going to be a straight fine. I'm recommending $200.
Okay,
On the failure to maintain insurance, 6 months deferred, $300, condition that he maintain insurance for the period of probation. And I'm gonna non-price the failure to provide evidence of insurance. Now, payment is gonna be made as follows. Mr. Minor is gonna pay the entire special expense fee on the insurance case today, and he will pay the fine on the driver's license case within 30 days.
okay, Mr. Minor, was that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Minor, to the charge of driving while licensed invalid or suspended, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, and to the charge of failed to maintain insurance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty to the charge of driving while licensed invalid. We're going to go ahead and assess a $200 fine, which would be due in 30 days. I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
accept your plea. I'm going to accept your plea of guilty to the charge of failed to maintain insurance, place you on deferred for 6 months, special expense fee of $300, condition that you maintain insurance for the 6 months. And it's my understanding that you will be paying that today. The state is non-prosecuting the third charge, which is failed to provide evidence of insurance, and that charge will be dismissed. Mr. Minor, there's you were given a phone number earlier. If not, it's on the screen, the 6648 number. If you
I
will
have the
call
number.
that and go. Okay, great. If you'll call that number today and go ahead and make that payment, then you'll be set.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
All right, now, Mr. Minor, one final thing. Make sure that you maintain your insurance for the 6 months with no cancellations or anything.
Understood, sir.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Minor, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. You too.
All right, John Mead, we have Roman Trevino. He is on page 6 in the middle. He has 3 violations. Mr. Trevino, can you unmute yourself? You're going to go in the breakout room with John Mead. All right, now we have Lizette Gomez, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Gomez, let me see, there you are. Okay, Ms. Gomez, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Gomez, you're on audio. Do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Clarissa, do we need to send Mr. Mead and
They did not go?
I'm looking at him.
I'm still here.
Well, let me see here. Did that work, John?
Yeah, I've got to join the room now.
Okay, there you go. He should already be there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Gomez, now you are under the age of 25. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Gomez, you have a charge of speeding. It's alleged you were doing 75 and a 45. To that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. And you also have a charge of no driver's license. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. So you do have a license?
I just got it like 3 days after.
Oh, okay. But on the day of the citation, you did not have one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you still wish to plead not guilty to that charge? Okay, because it's a charge at the time that you were cited.
Oh, so I wouldn't be able to get that one off then?
Yes, but I can't, if you enter a plea of not guilty, I have to set it down for a trial. But if you wanted to get in some form of a deferred, then I need either a plea of guilty or no contest. But the charge, the allegation is that on March the 16th, 2021, you did not have a license.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you have a license now.
Yes, sir. And I have the certificates showing that I did have it complete, but I was waiting for the driver's place to give me a date to go in to take the test.
Okay, all right. Okay, so did you wanna be put on probation on that charge? So that way it won't show up on your record?
What does that do?
Ms. Goldberg? Well,
Yes, sir.
if I put you on probation and you do everything I'm asking you to do, then it'll be dismissed so it doesn't get reported to DPS. Now, if you just want to pay the fine, then that will be reported and it'll show up on your driving record. So those are your two options.
So
And
if
now
I
let me
get
tell you go ahead.
so if I get probation, I won't have to pay for the ticket? Well, the driver's license ticket?
No. You still have to pay a fee. You still have to pay a fee. The only thing is that's the way to keep it off your driving record. Okay, do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so what do you want to do with the no driver's license citation? Do you want to pay the fine of $167, or do you want to be put on probation and pay a special expense fee of $200?
Probation.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place you on probation. I'm going to assess a special expense fee of $200. And I'm going to go ahead and put you on probation for 30 days. Now, can you pay that $200 today, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, is that the speeding or the no driver's license?
Well, that's a no driver's license.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the speeding yet.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we're on the same one here.
Right. Okay, now, with regard to the speeding ticket, okay, now you were doing 30 miles over, which means that I can't grant you the mandatory defensive driving. But if you want to keep that citation off your record, I can do it as a condition of probation. The problem is that you're speeding 30 miles over the limit. So it's going to be a pretty hefty special expense fee, but that's really the only way to keep it off your record. Okay, are you interested in doing that?
How much is that one going to be?
Okay, well, that one's going to be $350. Now the fine is $319, but if you do that, it goes on your record. Okay, so do you want to do the probation or do you want to pay the fine?
The probation.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty, place you on deferred on the speeding ticket for 120 days, special expense fee of $350, plus you have to take the defensive driving class because you are under the age of 25.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Now, how can you pay that $350, ma'am?
Credit card.
Okay, all right, you'll pay that today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All righty, and Ms. Gomez, do you have that phone number that you're gonna call that in?
Which one was it again?
The 6484923.
Yes, sir, I have that one.
Okay. All right. So what you need to do once you log off, I need for you to call the court and go ahead and get that paid today.
Sir.
And you'll be on deferred. And make sure that you don't pick up any similar violations. So that way,
Okay.
you can get these cases dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Unless you have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and release you.
Okay, I was gonna ask because on the ticket, he put like a wrong vehicle. Like, it's not my he gave a wrong description of my vehicle. Does that matter?
Well, are you? Well, it would have to be a material variance on the citation, but for that you would have to enter a plea of not guilty, and then we'd have to take it to trial. Which we'd be more than happy to offer you a trial if you want to plead not guilty.
Because on the ticket, he put that I have a Challenger, but I actually have a Charger.
Okay, no, I understand that.
Yes, sir.
At this point, it's whether you want to plead not guilty to the charge based on that. Because you did.
Never mind, I'll just plead.
Oh, okay, so you want to go and stay with your plea of guilty and get on this deferred?
Change of address.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So if you will
Just needs to
call
be
the
changed
court
in our
and go
system.
ahead and make your payment, and then that way these cases ultimately get dismissed, provided that you comply with all the terms.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. You're excused.
Okay, John
Mr.
Mead was
Mead, who
with
are you-
Raman Trevino, and he
Yeah.
is on page 6 in the middle.
Yeah, we were able to work it out, Your Honor. On the no seatbelt driver, he's going to pay the fine of $169.
Okay. Hold on, Mr. Mead.
Yeah.
What is the third charge?
The third charge is failure to provide evidence of insurance.
So everything's the same all the way across, Judge, but as the fail to maintain insurance, but except the offense description is the only thing to add to it.
I see. Okay, Mr. Mead, does the plea bargain agreement include dismissal of that charge?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And so
Okay.
on the seatbelt, it's going to be a fine of the $169. On the fail to maintain insurance, 6 months deferred, $300, conditionally maintain insurance. Mr. Trevino is going to pay the court cost on the insurance ticket today. And time pay on the seatbelt, and on the insurance, he can have the term of probation, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. All right, Mr. Trevino, is that your understanding, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Trevino, to the charge of no seat belt as a driver, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest, assess a fine of $169, and put you on a time pay. Now, to the charge of failed to maintain insurance, how do you plead, sir?
No contest.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of no contest, place you on deferred disposition for 6 months, special expense fee of $300, condition that you maintain insurance for these 6 months. With regard to payment on the insurance ticket, you will pay the court cost today of $81, and then you'll have the entire 6 months to pay the balance.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Trevino, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, if you will call the court, and I think they gave you that number earlier.
I have both numbers, yes, sir.
Okay, so you can call and pay the court cost on the insurance ticket.
Okay, thank you. Which number do I call? The 648?
Yes,
or the
sir.
other one?
Yeah, 648.
All righty. Thank you. Well, I'll call you here in a little bit, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
Thank you. Thank you, Your
Have a
Honor.
good day. Sure.
All right, John Mead, I have Kendall Young going into the breakout room with you. Mr. Young is at the bottom of page 4.
Okay.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Hang on just a second. I'm going to send you into the breakout room. You just accept the invitation, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, John. All right, that leaves us with Nestor Lopez, Judge. He is on the middle of page 7.
Got him. CDL?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Lopez, let me mark you down here on my docket sheet. Okay, Mr. Lopez, I understand you have a commercial driver's license. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, you understand that because you have a commercial driver's license, the only two options that I have available for you is either payment of the fine or a plea of not guilty. Now, the third option, since it is a speeding ticket, is that you can talk to the prosecutor and see if y'all can work something out.
I would like to try
You would-
talk to Mr. John, the prosecutor, before I play any other. Doña.
Okay, so just go ahead and stand by, and as soon as he becomes available, he'll visit with you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? All right,
Okay,
very
thanks.
good.
Okay, it looks like
Okay,
everybody else
Clarissa,
needs to
anybody
talk to
else?
John Mead.
Okay, so let's go ahead and call the docket.
Very good. I do have some that we need to strike that are left court and
Okay, let me,
ask for a reset. So as we come to them, I'll let you know.
Miss Clarissa,
Yes, sir.
I noticed that whenever you were mentioning the names, my name didn't get brought up.
You are,
Mario Chapa.
I thought you, Mario, I thought you reset or something. Didn't you say
No,
you
ma'am.
wanted to? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, Mario. Just 1 second.
he's on page 3.
Well, we can go ahead and see. Let me make sure he's over here, page 3. 9097. Okay, Mario, you do have 4 violations, so you're waiting to talk to John Mead, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, Clarissa, we ready to call the docket?
Yes.
Okay. All right, first one that I showed as a no-show is Kirsten Nicole Mireles.
Yes.
No-show. Keith Allen Bigley. 4 citations.
Yes, sir.
No-show. Roberto Mendoza, 2 citations, no-show. Okay, page 2. Marcus Hunt Holloway, 2 citations, no-show. Miguel Paredes, 3 citations, no-show. Guadalupe Garcia, no-show. Marcos Antonio Diaz, 3 violations.
Hey,
no
sir, I'm
show.
here. Guadalupe Garcia, I'm right here.
Okay. I see you.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're not checked off on here. You know what? We can
Okay.
take care of you next then.
Okay.
On here. I don't know why it wasn't pulled. Sorry about that. Okay,
Okay. Well, thank you for pointing that out, sir.
let's get John Mead here. Do you want to finish calling the docket, Judge? Or do you want to talk to John Mead?
No. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Mead here.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
Mr. Young, oh, he's not back yet. Oh, there he is. He just
I'm back now.
He's back now.
Okay,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Young is on page,
Mr. Young,
he's on page.
and
4.
Mr. Young's requesting a 30-day reset, Your Honor.
Okay, let me make a notation here. Okay, Mr. Young, I'm gonna go ahead and reset your case for 30 days.
Yes,
And,
sir.
all right, and you'll be getting a notice from the court as far as when your next court date is.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Young, are you still on
I could-
Ashbrook?
Yes, ma'am. And I
Okay.
didn't hear what the judge said last. It was kind of muted.
Okay, well, I said the
Kind of muffled.
court is gonna send you a notice of a reset date.
Okay.
All right? Okay, Mr. Young,
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
go ahead and excuse you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure.
Okay, John Mead, we have Christopher Santabanez. He is on the bottom of page 3.
I don't see him on the screen.
I don't either. Maybe he gave up. He's not here.
Who is that?
Christopher Santabanez. He was here forever. I guess he gave up and bugged out.
And he was number what?
He is number 9.
Yeah, I show him as number 9.
Yeah, he was here. He was here in person and by phone. He had 2 of them on there.
Okay, well, let's come back to him. Maybe he got cut off or something happened. We'll come back to him.
Oh, he got out of court and sent a request for a reset. I guess he had to go back to work or something.
Okay, Mr.
Judy
Mead,
just
any
Judy just brought me a request. I guess he texted her and asked her.
Where is he, Your Honor? What's the page again?
on page 3? Reset 30 days?
That's fine. Fine with me, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, then we
All
have
right,
Guadalupe
Clarissa.
Garcia for you, the bottom of page 1.
Okay.
Okay, Clarissa, let's go ahead and,
Let me, hang on real quick. Let me get them in a room real quick, Judge. Where am I at? Guadalupe Garcia. Guadalupe, just unmute yourself so you can visit with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, Judge, I'm sorry.
okay, Mr. Garcia, you're charged with the offense of no driver's license. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
You know what?
Yeah,
That's who
lost
we
them
just
on-
sent. He has 4 violations. He has 5
Who?
violations, Judge.
Who?
Guadalupe Garcia. That's who
just
I
see
just
one.
sent in the room. He was on here and I did have him pulled, but he had 5 violations. That's why he thought we skipped him. But he was just waiting his turn to go in. He's got 2 different citations. He's on here twice. He has, he is on page,
What page is that?
let me see. He is on,
He's on page 2. One of them is on 2.
he's on page 1 toward the bottom. See, he has 4 violations right there. He's number 10 on the docket.
Okay,
And then he has another one. That's why he thought he was skipped. He has another one on page 2. So he has a total of 5 violations. I need to tell John Mead he has another one there.
okay, so he's
He's on here twice. Do you see that? Instead of being
Yes.
together, he's separated by 2 pages.
right, I see him. Okay, well, let's go back to calling the docket. I think the last one we called was Marcus Diaz.
And he's on page 2. Yes, okay. So,
Right, okay.
yes, he's a no-show.
Continue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jesus Bermudez Lopez is a no-show. Noah Donovan Cruz, 2 cases as a no-show. Candace Elise Rhodes is a no-show. Takes us to page 3. Nicholas Ryan Blanco as a no-show.
Do you see, is Mario, oh, Mario Chapa's in there right now. This is confusing.
Mario Chapas where?
Oh, Mario Chapa's the one that said he didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have him on here right. We have quite a mess over here today. Okay. All right, I have him on here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
let's
you
go
have
ahead and go on
Nicholas
to page-
Blanco. That's the last one I have. Nicholas Blanco. So we're on page
Yes.
4. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Javion Sutherland has 5 citations, no show. Robert Garcia III, 2 citations, no show. James S. Green, 2 citations, no show. Robert Esquivel, 3 citations, no show. Charles A. Webster, 2 citations, no show. Laura V. Garcia Tees, no show. Kevin Quinard.
Kevin Wordlaw reset today.
Okay. A reset, let me make a notation. All right. Then that takes us to page 5. Javier J. Hernandez, 3 citations, no show. Francisco Jimenez, 5 citations, no show. Emmanuel Bayon, 5 citations, no show.
Eric Gabriega is on a payment plan as of this afternoon.
Okay.
Calvin Reyes is a reset as of, he left court.
Reset. Okay.
He had to go back to work, he said.
Page 6. Luis Herrera, 4 citations, no show. Vivian Eileen Alvarado, 2 citations, no show. Lauren Renee Garza, 3 citations, no show. Matthew A. Cardenas, 2 citations, no show. Francisco Lopez Santin, 1 citation, no show. Christian M. Sprague, 2 citations, no show. Arias Lopez Hernandez, 2 citations, no show. Victor Alfonso Trevino, 2 citations, no show. Page 7, Shaharia O'Donna Williams, 2 citations, no show. Caroline Mack Sherizola, no show.
Sherizola, yeah, she reset and so did Jonathan Davis right below her.
Okay, hold on, let me do this. Reset, and Jonathan Davis reset?
Yes, sir, with 5 or 6 violations.
Okay. Okay, then that takes us down to, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, and the rest of the individuals are waiting.
Yes.
Now, Clarissa, let's see here. I see, okay. Okay, so we're just waiting for Mr. Mead.
Yes, sir.
You know, Clarissa, that thing that happened to me earlier, I've never had that happen to me before.
Yeah, what did it do? Did it just shut down or kick you out of the internet?
No, it just completely shut down the computer.
You're
I had to
kidding.
restart it up. Yeah, that was weird.
Wow.
Miss Clarissa,
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry about it. Do you have the text message with my picture of my driver license?
Yes, sir. I have it printed out. So
Okay.
let John Mead know that you did get that it's not expired any longer and we have proof, okay? And I can back that up when you come back in, okay?
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay, we have John Mead back with Guadalupe Garcia. John, when you went in, Guadalupe Garcia has 4 violations on page 1 and 1 violation on page 2. He had 2 separate tickets. Not probably very far apart either. Let's see. Guadalupe Garcia, his first violation was January 31st, 2021. And then he got another one March 11th, 2021. For no driver's license is the second one.
Okay.
Sorry.
We talked, well, that I didn't know about, but
Yeah, so
we
no
talked-
driver's
we
license
talked
and it
about a
was,
plea bargain. Mr. Garcia told me he doesn't have any money. He's not gonna have any money. So he wanted to talk.
I'm
to
not saying I'm-
Jeff about the-
Saying I'm
Yeah.
not gonna have any money. I'm just saying I don't have any money right now.
Okay. Oh, I thought you wanted to do community service.
The second time, yeah, I want to do community service. I will gladly do community church. I mean, does church not count as community service?
Yeah, a church can count as long as it's,
I know I have. Yes, sir. It's because like I was telling them, right? I'm from San Antonio, so I moved to Nixon, Texas, to go work at the chicken plant. But because I'm on federal probation, they hired me and then they fired me. So in that process, I was, coming back from San Antonio back and forth, I got pulled over. I got the tickets for no driver license, no registrations. They took my truck. I have 5 kids. So no job over there and everything. I was trying to move back and I ended up getting pulled over again by the second time. But I had already got my truck out and I got the registration, I got the insurance. And the second time I got pulled over, I was actually on my way to go get the driver's license. And the officer said he was gonna make a note that day because I showed him the schedule, the time. I had it on the phone, the time and the schedule. He's like, I'm gonna make a note that you were trying to take care of your stuff. So that's why he gave me with no driver license again. But he said, but however, you still don't have your driver license. So now I'm in the situation where I'm on my way. Whenever we got assistance, we ended up getting a house. We paid for the rented deposit. And
Mr. Garcia,
not ready
let me interrupt you for a second. So are you requesting community service?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, let me stop you there. Hold on, Mr. Garcia. Why don't we go ahead and get Mr. Mead with the next person and I'll talk to Mr. Garcia.
very good. Okay, John, you're gonna be with Jehu Carrion. He's on page 7.
Okay.
Okay, Jehu, go ahead and take your phone off of mute.
Oh.
Okay, once we send Mr. Garcia, Mr. Mead will send I'll talk to Mr. Garcia.
Is it not inviting you?
I'm not invited yet.
Let's try. I'm gonna try doing it to a different room. Let's see. I don't know why it's acting like y'all are already in there. Let's see. Okay. Now, how about now? There we go. Okay, back to Guadalupe Garcia.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, let me ask you this, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you employed at all?
Yes, sir. That's what I was saying. I just currently moved back to San Antonio because I couldn't find no work in Nixon, Texas.
Okay, but my question is, are you, wherever you're living at now, are you working?
Yes, sir. Now I am.
Okay,
last
now,
week, this is my
let me
second
ask you
week.
this. Okay, is it a full-time job?
I work construction, so there's work and some days there ain't. Like yesterday, it
Okay, well,
rained, so we didn't work.
this is my concern. are you going to have the time if you're working? And I know that your schedule is not set, but are you going to have time to do community service?
I go to church on Sundays.
It's going to be quite a bit of hours. You have 5 citations.
No, I'll do community service because like I said, I have done community service at church before, and I go to church on Sundays with my family. You know, I try to keep that with my kids. And I don't see if I can help pick the trash.
Are you going to have the time to do community service work though?
Yes, sir.
If you've got a full-time job, are you going to be able to do community service?
How many hours are you going to give me? Because I can do 3 hours every
quite a
Sunday.
bit, I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I mean, you're looking at about, you're looking at total of 40 hours.
And
It's
how
actually
long?
more than that, but I'm going to cap it off at 40 hours.
I
I
think
mean,
I could
that's
do that.
that's a
I think I could do that within a 90-day period. If you give me 90
Okay.
days, 3 months, I think I could do it because 3 to 4 on Sundays.
Okay.
I usually help the church.
Okay, all right, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take your pleas. And then we're gonna go ahead and order 40 hours of community service, and it's all gonna run concurrent. Okay, to the charge of expired registration, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. To the charge of driving while license invalid or suspended, how do you plead?
No contest.
To the charge of failed to maintain insurance, how do you plead?
No contest.
To the charge of failed to restrain a child 8 years of age or younger, how do you plead?
No contest. No contest. And that one, like I said, sir, on that one, I'm sorry to interrupt, but on that one, I didn't know that 8-year-old, even if he's 8 years old, that he 4'9" or 80 pounds. So if anybody's listening that don't know that, you need to get them in a booster seat because ticket for it. See, my son's
And
8
then
years
to
old.
the-
I didn't know he had.
Okay,
I didn't
and
know
to
he
the
had to be in a
charge of
booster
no-
seat.
To the charge of no driver's license, how do you plead?
No contest.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of no contest to all those charges. I'm gonna go ahead and order 40 hours of community service at a church. And we're gonna go ahead and give you 90 days to get that done. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where can I get the
All right, Mr.
paperwork?
Garcia. Huh?
I said, are they gonna
What's
email
that?
me the paperwork?
Carissa, do we have a form?
Yes, sir. Do we have a good address for you? Is it Travis Street?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna mail the form to you. It'll have how many hours, and it's gonna have a log where you take it to your church, and every time you volunteer there, they're gonna write it, they're gonna fill it out for you and sign it, okay?
No.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, I'm gonna go ahead and release you, sir.
Yeah, have a good one. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Mead, who are you visiting with?
Mr. Carrion, Your Honor.
Mr. who?
Carrion, page 7, bottom.
Page 7. Okay,
He's got a city also kind of got a problem. He just wants to pay the fines. What I was gonna recommend to help him out a little bit is that he be allowed to plead guilty on the speeding to 54 and a 50. And if he does that and pleads guilty on the other tickets, I'm gonna take into consideration the driver's license violation. So just gonna be straight fines on all this. And I'm gonna reduce the speeding with court permission, to 54 and a 50.
And same amount of fine?
Same amount of fines on everything.
Okay, but the license will be TIC'd.
Correct. Your
Or
Honor.
did be non, yeah. TIC'd. Okay. Okay, Mr. Carrion, is that your understanding of the agreement, sir? Mr. Carrion, if you'll unmute yourself, sir?
Yes.
All right, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, Mr. Carrion, to the charge of speeding, it's alleged 54 and a 50, which is amended. How do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of failed to signal lane change, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And to the charge of running a red light, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of guilty to the charge of speeding 54 and a 50, assess a fine of $240. I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the driving while license invalid or suspended, as the state is taking that into consideration. I'm gonna accept your plea of guilty to the charge of failed to signal a lane change, assess a fine of $250. I'm gonna accept your plea of guilty to the charge of running a red light and assess a fine of $270. Now, Mr. Carrion, how are all these gonna be paid?
And I would have to do payments.
Time paid? Okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and place them on time pay, Clarissa.
Okay.
Okay, all right, Mr. Carrion, you'll be getting some information from the court. Do we need anything from Mr. Carrion, Clarissa?
Are you still in Cooper's Hawk?
No, ma'am. I
Okay,
updated
can
my.
you call call or text the office? If you call the 648 number. If you text, call the 837 number, and make sure we have a good address.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna mail your payment plan, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you, sir. Thank you for being
And
here.
just call today, okay? Let us know today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. John Mead, I'm gonna send you into a breakout room with Mario Chapa. He is on, I don't know where he's at. Sorry. Mario Chapa is,
He's on page 3.
he is, yeah, the second person down on page 3, 4 violations.
Was he here
Or-
earlier? You didn't get a number.
Clarissa, I show Destiny Sanchez as number 12. What number do you have, Mr. Chapa?
Mr. Chapa is, well, I don't know, because this list got all mixed up. Everybody started requesting resets before y'all even came in. So he
I have
is,
number 6.
he is ahead of Valerie Bridges. Who do you have as number? Oh, Destiny. Oh yeah, Destiny Sanchez is before him. She is.
Yeah,
You're
I show her as
correct.
number 12.
Yes.
Where is she?
Destiny Sanchez is on the top of page 1. John, I don't know how y'all want to deal with this. She came in last court date and requested, she was put on deferred and all kinds of stuff here. I have the whole breakdown of what she was given. She was already on a payment plan since 2017 though. She was already,
Who are you
all of
talking
them
about?
have gone on her record and come off her record already. They went on her
Who are you
record in
talking about?
20,
Carissa, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Destiny Sanchez. I had texted you
Why-
the day after court last court date, Judge, I texted you and said she was inadvertently reset to come to court. And she was already on a payment plan, but she just never made none of her payments. So she ended up with collection notices and all kinds of stuff. And she decided, since her license was on hold, she wanted to try and resolve this. Well, I guess it wasn't realized that she was already on a payment plan and somehow she got reset. Regardless, she was at court and set up on deferred and all kinds of stuff. You said, go ahead and stick her on the next docket and we'll work it out. So
Okay, but does
she,
John need to visit with her?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
how this needs to get handled. I don't know if she needs to see him for any reason. I mean, it was on her record and now it's off her record. So the difference in her fines, it was going to be a total of, the way y'all set up deferred, a total of $11.75, and she was calling to pay it that day. But with all of her all of her payment plans that she has on the 4 violations, it was going to be like $1,300. So she wanted to see if there's any way.
Clarissa, hold on.
Okay.
And I'm confused.
Okay.
If she was on a payment plan, those are convictions.
Yes, they're all convictions. They've all gone on her record and have already fallen off her record.
Okay, I understand that. But as far as the court is concerned, how much does she owe?
I don't have the exact amount. It's 1,300 and something. She was going to see if there's any way y'all could reduce it. That's why she wanted to come back now. Because I told her
Mr. Mead, I can talk to her on that. Let's get Mr. Mead the next person.
Okay. So I'm going to send you in with Mario Chapa, who is on page 3.
Okay.
All right, Mario, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, Clarissa, I guess once you get them.
Okay, so that's super confusing, but y'all had
I think
offered.
we're going to narrow it down. We're going to narrow it down.
Okay.
Give me the, send Mr. Mead over there so he can get.
He should be. You didn't get
I'm
asked to
still
go
here,
again?
yeah.
It's
Nope.
got y'all both already in there, it says. This is crazy. I'm going to bring this back and see if it won't do it. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's try it again. Whoops. It's
didn't
doing
let
it.
me-
It keeps kicking. It invites and then kicks it right back out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it didn't give me
let's
the
try
chance to click yes.
Let's see. Third time's going to be a charm. Let's try this again.
Try to catch it.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's kicking it right back out over here. John and Mario. Okay, here we go. Come on. It looks like it's not going to kick it out this time. There we go. And John, hopefully. Yep. All right. Okay, let me give you the total of what it was with her.
That's all I need. I just need the total.
That is not the new offer with the deferreds, right? It's going to be the offer where we had.
There's no more deferreds because there's a
No.
payment plan.
Yes, sir. So with all the payment plans, since she went into collections and Omni and all that good stuff, 150, 1379.30.
Okay, so my question to you is this.
Is she even here anymore?
Yeah, she's right there on the lower right hand. She's on the phone.
Destiny?
Sanchez.
Oh, there she is. She's
I see her.
underneath the breakout room window. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so my question, Clarissa,
Yes,
is
sir.
there are convictions, and I understand they've already fallen off, for the amount of $1,379.30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mrs. Sanchez, how can you pay that, ma'am?
Well, my thought was today, since they already are off my record and I just have a fee, if I couldn't get them reduced, if there was a possibility of me doing maybe community service or maybe, doing half the fee of community service and paying the half. Because I recently just got let go of my job as well. I was a seasonal tax preparer, and it recently just ended about 2 weeks ago, which is why I wanted to ask if I can have them reduced, or if there's any other matter that I can have a way to take care of this balance here.
Okay, what can you do this? Can you pay $700 and that today, and that would take care of them all?
Definitely, I can do that.
Okay. All right, Clarissa. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go ahead and get her to pay the $700. We're going to go ahead and suspend the balance.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Ms. Sanchez, what I'd like for you to do is to call that number that's on the screen and go ahead and make your payment, and that'll wrap everything up.
Okay, awesome. I can't see the screen. I am on phone call. I did have the number, however, it was written on a napkin and I tossed it away.
Okay.
May I have the payment phone number as well?
210
Yes.
648 4923.
4923.
4923.
Okay, and a total of 700. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Ms. Sanchez, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see, you were with Mr. Chapa.
Yes. And they're
Okay,
both
he's
muted.
I'm here, sir. Your Honor.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Mead, were you all able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, but do you know how to suspend fines?
Okay.
On failure
All
to
right.
maintain insurance,
Just take her payment.
failure to maintain insurance, 6 months deferred, $300. Condition, maintain insurance.
You're just getting an address. Don't forget, you have to change the violation.
On the red light, 90 days deferred, $275. On the driving with license invalid or suspended, I'm going to take that in consideration. And on the failure to provide evidence of insurance, I'm going to non-pros that, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Chapa, is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And by the way, Your Honor, he's
Okay.
going to pay $400 today and the rest on time.
Correct.
Okay, all right, Mr. Chapa, to the charge of running a red light, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of failed to maintain insurance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty to the charge of running a red light, place you on deferred for 90 days, assess a special expense fee of $275, no similar violations. To the charge of failed to maintain insurance, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty, place you on deferred for 6 months with a special expense fee of $300, condition that you maintain insurance for 6 months. The state is dismissing the driving while license invalid or suspended, so that as the prosecutor has taken that into consideration, and that charge will be dismissed. The state is non-prosecuting the charge of failed to provide evidence of insurance, so that charge will be dismissed. Mr. Chapa is going to pay $400 today, and then he will have the end of the term to pay the balance. Now, is that the 6-month term, Mr. Mead, or the 90-day term?
The 90-day term, Your Honor.
90 days. Okay, did you get that, Mr. Chapa?
Yes, Your Honor. Understood.
All right, very good. Okay, and do you have the phone number that you need to call that payment in?
I do, sir. Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, if you'll make sure that once you hang up, go ahead and call, make that payment, and you'll be squared away.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All righty, thank
All
you.
right, you have a blessed day. Thank you.
You too. Okay, Clarissa, who do we have Mr. Mead with now?
Nestor Lopez.
And where is that?
Yeah, hang on, out of room. I don't know where he's at, to tell you the truth. Middle of page 7. That's the name.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Mead, he has a CDL license.
CDL. And he did get his license renewed.
Okay. He did?
Yes. And I have proof of it here. Did it invite you? There you go. Okay, let me put this guy in here. No, that's.
Hey, Clarissa, so the ones on Destiny Sanchez, I mean, those are already gone and fallen off her record, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, she was just inadvertently reset and just never paid her stuff, I guess. I don't know. Check here. I don't remember where he, he is payment plan, yes. We don't have a good address for him now. So he didn't need, the only reason he's calling is to do that. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. Can't write all those places all the time. So little fast in here.
I'll be right back, Valerie.
I'm sorry, Jen. Okay. Valerie, I'm sorry, you're next. Long day, I know.
It's okay. I called on Thursday, so this was last minute for y'all.
Okay,
So I
sorry.
appreciate y'all squeezing me in.
No problem. Judge went on a quick break. He should be right back though.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are back. Okay, were you all able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Mr. Lovers wants to plead not guilty and set the case for trial.
Okay. Mr. Lopez, did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
Judge, it's fine.
Judge, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and set it on non-jury docket. And you'll be getting notice of that. Clarissa, do we have a good address for Mr. Lopez?
Are you on Laura Lane?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now what do we want to do about the expired commercial driver's license that he has since complied with? He had one issued.
I believe it wasn't expired. Based on my conversation, Mr. Lopez.
Was it not expired, Mr. Lopez?
No, it wasn't not expired. What it is, when I got pulled over, I renewed my license like a week before, and I forgot on my other truck paper, the copy from the driver license office. I thought I had it with me, but I didn't. So the officer write me down for expired commercial driver license because I show him, the old one.
Yeah, I think you are correct because I'm looking at the ticket. The ticket is dated March 26th. I'm looking at the driver's license and it was renewed and issued March 16th.
Yes.
So 10 days prior to the ticket, it was already renewed.
Well, y'all no process that one then, Your Honor.
No prosecution, okay.
So the only thing it needs a trial on is the speeding.
Right, okay. Okay, so Mr. Lopez, we're gonna go ahead and dismiss the license violation.
Okay. And then
All right,
I will send you a not guilty
That's
form
it,
for you to
so-
fill out and return to us, okay?
okay.
Thank you, sir.
And then, when I fill that form, send it back.
Yeah,
to you
send it
guys.
back to us and then we'll mail
Fine.
you, when your trial is scheduled, I'll mail a notice to you prior to that.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right.
thank you, sir.
Okay, John, I sent you a text about Valerie Bridges. She's not on the docket because you had recently talked to her, I think the last court date, and she had
Okay.
pled not guilty, but she wants to talk to you about a situation since then. Did you get a text by any chance, I hope? From the 3704 number?
Yeah, I did. Is what you told me, I don't know anything about what you told me. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, Clarissa, can we get